Hello and welcome into Rebecca K Crochet. I'm Becky, your yarn host, and today what we are going to do is this hat that's made for our jacket. It's called the Native Lights hat. It is built in rows going this way. I'll pull this down. So you crochet back and forth just like you do your cardigan, and you do the exact same thing as your cardigan. And then whenever we get to the end, I will show you how to put it together, how to put the two edges together, and how to attach this pom-pom, which is a little floppy, but that's okay. And what we used is, of course, we used our Native Lights Vortex Big Twist, 100% acrylic, 328 yards, 300 meters. It's 150 grams or 5.29 ounces. It is a 4 worsted weight, and it calls for a 6.5 millimeter hook. And I used the same thing I used for my jacket, was a 6 millimeter hook, Susan Bates, USJ 10. And like I said, the colorway is Native Lights. Or Northern Lights, sorry, not Native Lights, Northern Lights. And it shows you on this, I don't know if you can get this Big Twist Vortex anymore. I know that there's a couple of companies that are selling Big Twist, but I don't know if they have the Vortex. I love the Vortex. Absolutely love it. I have several different colors I'm going to be working with, but it's any 4 worsted weight yarn will work with this. So let's get started so you can make your hat. You can wear this with a pom-pom or without. It doesn't matter. You can make your own pom-pom or use a fur one. This one has a button inside. That's the other thing I needed to tell you. It has a button inside, so you can take this off and not wear it with the pom-pom if you don't want to. You'll need to do it just like mine. You'll need a button, which here's my button. You'll need a button. You'll need a pom-pom that fits with a button, or a pom-pom that you sew on, or a pom-pom that has the magnetic clip to it, or the snap clip up top to it. You'll need your crochet hook, a pair of scissors, and a darning needle. I make sure that it goes through the hole of your button. I show this because this one goes through the hole. This one that I normally use does not. It's a lot bigger. And it stops right there. So you need to make sure that your needle will go and fit right through that hole. Other than that, we're ready to go. So follow along and get ready to make your hat. Okay, to start this hat, what we are going to do is we are going to chain 45. And I'm not going to chain that many because I've started this once and it's right here. And my video didn't record. So then what you're going to do, once you get your 45 chained, you're going to go back from the second chain from the hook, the third chain actually, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to do a double crochet into that third chain. If I can do it right, we'll be doing good, right? And then in every stitch across, you're going to do a double crochet, just like so. And you're going to do a double crochet all the way across. Now I'm going to put this over to the side and bring this back, because this is where I had started and my video didn't work right. So chain 45 and then double crochet back across. Got my yarns mixed up. And when you get to the end, you should have 43 double crochets, then you're going to chain 2. This is just like the jacket we're working on, and you are going to go into the next stitch, not that first one, because your chain 2 counts, and you are going to double crochet back across. I told you guys that I was going to change some of this up from here on out. Every once in a while I'm going to be doing a granny square on Wednesdays, but not all the time, because I'm wanting to do other things now, bigger projects, because it's cooling off a little bit. So I'll be starting to do bigger projects now, not the summertime projects. And I've got to put some blankets together because I have a lot of squares that I haven't got my blankets put together yet. And I'm getting ready to clean up my room, my craft room. So, but what we're going to do is we're going to go back all the way back across with our double crochets, and we're going to do 5 rows of double crochets. And I'll be back whenever I get to the 5th row. Okay, we're getting ready to start our 5th row. Sorry for the shaky camera. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows going, and so we're going to chain 2, and this is where we're going to do our windows stitch. Chain 3, we're going to skip. We're not working into this one because our chain's already coming out of that one. We're going to skip this. We're going to skip this next stitch right here, and we're going to work into the 3rd stitch with a double crochet, chain 1, skip this one, work into the next one, just like we're doing on the jacket. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next one, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next one. The only difference between this one and the jacket is that we have 5 rows of double crochets before we start our open stitch, and this one we're going to do 4 rows. Skip 1, work into the next, and we're going to do this all the way down. And I'll be back whenever I get this all the way down, and I will show you what we look like. And show you what to do from there. Okay, my hat is right at 16.5 inches wide, or around, so it'll be 17 inches whenever we put it together, and it fits around my head. So make sure that you try it on around your head, and it should fit your head going around your head this way, because this is going to be your brim and your hat part's going to be up this way. So we are finishing on our 5th row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're finishing on our 5th row. We're going to turn our work. We are going to chain 2. We're going to bring the 2 sides together. And how we're going to do this is we are going to chain 2, and then we are going to slip into this one, chain 1. We're going to skip this one, and we're going to double crochet in our next one, just like we're doing our chain stitch. Then we are going to pick this side up. We're going to skip a stitch because we went into this one. We're going to skip this one. We are going to slip stitch into that one, chain 1, and we're going to come back down here, skipping this one. We're going to double crochet into this one. My yarn's all wrapped around me. Now remember, you can do as big of a hat or as little of a hat as you need. So we were in this one. I don't know if you can see that. We were in this one. Right here. We're going to skip one and we're going to go into the next one. And we're going to do this all the way up. Whoops. Hold on. We're just going to slip into this one, chain one, and go back down. Skipping this one, we're always going to be doing our double crochet on this side. Then we're going to skip one. And work into the next one. Chain one. Skip this one. Work into the next one. Skip one. Work into the next one. Chain one. Double crochet. I know it's hard to see. I don't know if I can do it this way. I think it'd be harder to see this way. But this is what we are coming out looking like. So you're not going to be able to tell, where you joined it. That's the reason that that's the reason we're joining it this way, is you can't tell where we joined it from anything else unless you look really, really hard. So we're going to skip one, slip stitch, chain one, and then we are going to skip one and double crochet in the next one. We were in this one, so we're skipping this one. We're working into this one. Slip stitch, chain one, double crochet. After we skip, we're working in this one. We skip this one and go into the next one. And I'm going to do that all the way up, and I will show you what we do after that. And I'll be back. Okay, so here we are. This is what it looks like. This is the last edge. So now we are going to fasten this off. Find my scissors. I should have left a longer tail, but oh well. I should have left a great big long tail, but that's okay. Now I am looking for my needle, and what we are going to do is we're going to thread a needle. We're going to cut a pretty good sized piece, because what we are going to do is we are going to work in the top of this. Make sure that you have a little bit on your needle. We're going to start here, and we are just going to weave into the top of this hat, back and forth. Pulling through, but not pulling too much. Making sure that you leave enough that you can tie. And we're just going to go into the top parts of this hat back and forth. And I'm trying to get into this part on the top of this, weaving in and out, because we're just going to cinch the top of this up. The best that we can. The camera's going blurry for some reason. It doesn't usually go blurry like that. Probably because it's cold in here, and it says, oh my goodness, it's so cold in here, I don't want to work. I can't focus. As you can tell, I do not like cold. The reason I make so many warm projects is I don't like the cold. My body hurts during the cold times, so it's just cooling off, and I haven't pulled out my winter clothes yet, so there's that too. Give me a little bit more yarn here. Looking for those tails. We gotta go clear back over here. So we're just weaving in and out of that top row. If you find that you didn't cut a large enough string to do this, just scrunch it down like that, because that's what's going to end up happening anyway. We're just going to scrunch it. So if you've run out of yarn or whatever, it's okay. And now we are getting close to being back to the beginning. And here is our beginning. So now what we are going to do is, let's see, is this one? Okay, I have 3 tails here, so this is the one that I don't need right now. So you take your 2 tails, the one on this side that you started with and the other one, and you just squeeze them together and pull. And you'll start getting a hole down there, smaller and smaller. And then whenever you get it as small as you want it, you cinch it up like that to where you don't have any tail, and you tie a knot in it. And whenever I tie a knot the second time, I like to go under twice, and then your knot's not going to come out. Now the other thing I will do is I will take this knot and I will tie them together also, so that nothing comes loose on the top of my hat. And I do the same thing. I take it, I wrap it around once, and I wrap it around twice, and I tie the second one. Now, I have a pom-pom that I'm going to stick on the top. You can do this or you don't have to, because there is not a hole in the top of your hat now. There is no hole. I can't poke my finger through that where there's, and I'm trying to get my finger through there where there's, you can see my finger right there. There's not a hole. So you can leave it like this. Excuse me. You can leave it like this. Either side, this is a reversible hat, so either side is inside or outside if you leave it like that. I am going to take these 3. I'm going to make them even. Cut them so that they're even. We are going to put our needle back on there. We're going to poke this through because I want the other side to be my my right side. I'm going to poke this through where the hole is and come out on this side, like so. And then we're going to attach our pom-pom. Now, this pom-pom is made for a button. So I don't have a button right now, but what you do is you sew on a button right here, and that's what I'm going to have to do. I'll have to come back. But you sew on a button, and then this will go around your button so that it can be removed whenever you want to wash it. So I'm going to have to stop. But this is our hat. You flip this side up. like so. There's the back of it. We'll tuck in our ends, and that's the back of it. And that is the top. I need to zoom out a little bit. But there is your Northern Lights hat that matches your, it'll match your jacket. And you will have a little bit of holes where the ribbing is, and they line up. So you will have, your ears should be okay on the sides. And that's how you make a Northern Lights beanie. And then, like I said, I will have a pom-pom on the top like so. I'll put my pom-pom up there. And I'm going to try to find a button to stick up there. And you put your button on the underside is how you do it. And I'll show you how to do that. Hopefully, I'll be back. Okay, I found 2 different buttons. And the one thing that you want to make sure of is that when you find your buttons, your needle will go through it. So I had to find a needle that would slip through the buttonhole. This one barely goes through. We're going to try. I want to do this one because I think it'll blend up here better than the gray one. And it's a little bit bigger. So we're going to try that one. And how I'm going to do this is I am going to thread my needle like so with one. And then I am going to go through, put it down, go through this way. Then we are going to go back through, making sure we're not going through where this is coming out. We're going to go back through on the side. Pulling that down with one. Then we're going to come back up, and it does not have to be, and I'll show you why here in a second. It does not have to be where that, but you don't want to come back in the same spot. You want to come back over to the side. And then you want to pull that snug and leave that one over there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one and we're going to go underneath and go through the other one. And we're going to do a crisscross, going down underneath over here, making sure you catch some fabric, not just in the hole. Pull it out, and then we're going to go back over on this side and come back up. But you want to come back up a little bit closer to the button. Pull it out. Now you have these 2 done. And now you need to do the 3rd one. Make sure I'm doing the right 2. Okay, this is my 3rd one. And on my 3rd one, I'm just going to crisscross underneath, catch one of those holes, go back through and down. This is just like sewing on a button on anything else. You want your button to be sturdy. Go down. And then you want to crisscross over the top of this hole that's coming out right here. So I'm going to come up right over here on this side. But I don't want that far away. And that'll close off your hole a little bit better. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take these 3 and we're going to tie them underneath our button. Now this is going to be on the inside of our hat, so nobody's going to see this anyway. tie it really good. We're going to cut these off, leaving a little bit of a tail. And this is the inside of our hat. So now this is the outside. And then what you do is you take this rubber that goes on there, and you can either poke it through your needle if you can't get it through any other way. I would see if I could push it through. We'll see what I can do here. Kind of got it a little bit tight. Hopefully I can get it through a hole somewhere. If I can find my holes. I'll be right back. Okay, I pulled it apart and I found a hole right here, which is a good thing that we have. I'm going to poke it through that hole right there. Grab it with my other hand. You can see it's coming through, and we are going to wrap it around the button. And now your pom-pom is secure. And it will ride up there on top of your head. And that's how you attach these pom-poms. And then I would brush it to where it would be not going all in. I would want it to go, you know, more pom-pom and not just one direction, more poofy. Then we do our brim, like so, and however big you need your brim to be. And there's your hat with your pom-pom. So I hope that you enjoyed this. Like, subscribe. And that's your Native Light hat that goes with your cardigan.